Hi there, and welcome to this video tutorial on how to scale your campaigns from Google to Bing. There's a lot to go through in this video, so I'm just going to jump right into it. The first question you need to ask yourself is, what is your analytics tracking package? For this example, I'm using Google Analytics. So going forward, I'm going to show you how to add UTM parameters for Google Analytics so you can track your campaigns on Bing, and all that information will go into Google Analytics. So to get started, the easiest way to append tracking variables to your ads or to your keywords is simply by doing it in Adwords editor and then exporting that file and importing it into Bing. So let's walk through and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. So since I only have one campaign here, and so let's look at the ads, for example. They're all pretty much standard destination URLs. And by the way, this is a campaign for an artist website that I own. This is kind of just a fun side project thing. It's for artists, musicians, photographers, you name it. And it's so they can share their talent. So if you're an artist, sign up on artists.me. But you've noticed that there are no UTM parameters on these destination URLs. And that's because I'm using auto-tagging within AdWords. So that means AdWords and Analytics are talking to each other, they're transferring that information back and forth, they have this special connection, right? Well, when you scale your campaigns from Google to Bing, you don't have that special connection. So you need to tag all your URLs so each click goes into Google Analytics and you can track it. So we're going to do that manually, but it's not as bad as you would think, especially if you do it in AdWords editor versus doing it in Microsoft Adcenter desktop tool, because that thing's a piece of garbage. So first, let's copy the campaign. I hit Control C, hit Control V. Actually, let's just, to make it easy for you, let's just go copy. We'll right click, paste, and now I have two campaigns here. It's the exact duplicate, but the reason I'm doing this is so I can append UTM variables to the end of these URLs, and then I'll export this campaign and import it into Bing. So I'm not using keyword level destination URLs, I'm just using ad level destination URLs. In other words, I'm using the destination URLs that are on my ads. So the first thing I want to do is I'll type in Google URL Builder, and this will just help you so you don't make mistakes when building the UTM variables. So you put in your destination URL, and for it can be anything. So let's put artists.me, and the reason it could be anything is because I don't really care what the root domain is. All I want is the UTM tracking parameters. So source, that's going to be Bing. You can also call it MSN. For medium, you want to put CPC. Campaign term, this is the keyword that you're bidding on. So I'm just going to type keyword. The content, just put ad ID. Campaign name, put campaign. And now you might be thinking, what am I doing? If you know anything about this, you know that this is not the way to do it. Well, there's a reason I'm doing it, and I'll show you right now. So I take this, so everything that's after this question mark, and UTM, source, medium, term, content, and campaign. So I'll take that, I'll copy it, and you'll notice it has a question mark in it. What I want to do is first check and see if any destination URLs have a question mark. So let's search. So none of them do, so that's good. So that means we can append a question mark after these destination URLs. If, for example, this had a question mark like variable equals 1, 2, 3, then we would want to put, let's paste it here, we would want to put an ampersand, an and sign. But since none of my destination URLs have a question mark in them, I can put question mark and then the UTM parameters. So let's just delete that, and I'm going to do this the easy way. Hit Control A, I have my campaign selected. Hit Control A to select all the ads, hit Append Text, and I'm going to append these right to the destination URLs. So before you append them, there are two things you can do. I mean, you can do it, there are two ways to do this. So one is you can put these squiggly braces around keyword. So where it says UTM source equals Bing, that's fine, leave that. UTM medium equals CPC, leave that. UTM term, you can put UTM term equals open squiggly brace, and then keyword, then close the squiggly brace, and then do and content equals ad ID, put a squiggly brace around ad ID, and then where it says UTM campaign equals campaign, just leave that for now, and I'm going to show you the next step what to do. So just hit append text. We are appending it after the current destination URL, and that was it. All of our ads now have destination URLs with Google Analytics tracking code on them. But let's say you have multiple campaigns that you just did that to. We only did it to one, and our campaign name we're calling campaign, so we need to change that. So let me just show you a quick tip. Copy the UTM campaign equals campaign, select all, hit Control H, paste that in there, and then around campaign put a bracket, close the bracket, and hit find matches in the destination URL, and you can see what it did. It replaced UTM campaign equals campaign with UTM campaign equals artists.me, which is the name of my campaign. You can do that with the keyword also. So let me just show you real quick. If I wanted to do that, what I could do, since these are on the ad level, it won't work. Let me just show you what would happen if we did do it on the ad level. We have this keyword. It just replaced it with keyword. So it didn't replace it with the actual keyword. But if we were on the keyword level, on the keywords tab here, it would have replaced it with the actual keyword, and for the spaces it would have put %20. But since these are on the ad level, we're going to have to keep them dynamically inserted. So we'll change this back. And we'll change those. Okay. And the ad ID, that's the same thing. That's going to get the ad number, and it's going to insert it into the ad dynamically when your ad is clicked on Bing or Yahoo. So that's pretty much it for appending the UTM variables. Let's see here. We have an error here. The error says your campaign has the same name as another campaign. Yep, it sure does. That's because we copied and pasted it. So hit File. We're going to export this campaign that we just made a modification to. And I'll just call it this. It's going to export into CSV format. And this is what it looks like. Bunch of headers, bunch of columns. Close that. Go over to Microsoft Adcenter desktop tool. Hit import from Google. Select your file. Hit next. You can get a preview of what it's going to import. Hit next. And we have just successfully imported our campaign from Google to Bing. Now this isn't always an easy process, so we see we can go back to view all here, and then if we want we can view the errors on the text ads tab, and a lot of these times you'll see that you exceed the character limits allowed for text, so then you have to go in and clean them all up, and it's not always easy. Just about every ad that I imported in here is 71 characters and not 70. So yeah, that's how you import them in. So you would just clean them up. You have the errors selected here. And if we look at the ads, let's go to View All. We have our UTM parameters on here. And this URL, if anyone clicks this ad, they will go to the website, and our UTM source, medium, term, content, and campaign will be on there. And that's how it gets reported into Google Analytics. So that concludes this tutorial on how to import your campaigns from Google to Bing. Thanks for watching.